right, if social media is any official gauge, tonight is the night a lot of people are turning the heat on finally. Seeing a lot of posts about that.
I think so. With temperatures going into the teens in some places, you're going to need the heat. You definitely will. You don't want any pipes bursting, and the way prices are, unfortunately,
they are what they are.
We got to stay warm too, and anyway, we were warm over the weekend. What happened?
Tanked. It tanked. It's a warm-up, if you will, for the snow.
A reality check. Oh, my gosh. We enjoyed the warmest start to November so far, even with the cold temperatures that we've had the past day or so. We're still off to the warmest start to November. Still amazing, but I think things are going to start to even out over the next couple of days as we see colder temperatures. Currently, it's 32 in Millinocket, Caribou at 28 degrees, Bangor at 34 degrees, Portland at 26. Sanford, you're already down to 21. You're heading into the teens, there's no doubt about it. Some other places, some of the inland valleys as well, will be in the teens. The breeze is out of the west-northwest right now. It's definitely subsided, so we're not dealing with a bitterly cold wind chill, but when you do get out there tomorrow morning, it's definitely going to be cold, especially when we've been enjoying temperatures most of the month in the 60s and 70s. Right now we have high pressure over New England. We have cold air moving in from Canada. That's going to set the stage because we're watching a system down over the deep south, low pressure. Now this isn't going to be a blockbuster storm by all means. We're not going to see anything like that, but it is going to be a pretty decent snowstorm for portions of the area. This storm is going to move northeastward into the colder air that's already in place, and when it does so, that's when we'll start to see some snow breaking out. Overnight tonight, temperatures dropping into the 20s, deep into the 20s across many areas, some teens inland locations, and just going to be a frosty start when you wake up tomorrow morning getting to work and school. You definitely want to bundle up. Now, tomorrow morning, as you're waking up, a couple of clouds around. As we go through the course of the day, you'll start to see high, thin clouds increasing, dimming out the sunshine by the afternoon. Temperatures in the upper 30s to lower 40s, so it's plenty cold to support snow. By tomorrow evening, it starts getting really cloudy out there. You could see a couple of spritzes of snow flurries along the coastline as winds start to turn more onshore. But the main event is down towards the south. That snow shield will be moving into the area. Now, right along the coastline, we think it's going to be warm enough, just warm enough to keep that rain snow line right along the coastline. But go inland of several miles, that's where the cold air is going to stay in place, and that's where we're expecting an accumulation of snow. I think down here in Portland, I think the winds are too strong off the ocean, and that's going to inhibit that snow to stay, that snow to change to rain, especially along the coastline. We know the drill. We've dealt with this many times, right? And then during the course of the day on Wednesday, everything lifts towards the north, and even some warmer air does get involved. That storm system is basically moving over Massachusetts into the Gulf of Maine during the afternoon, so that's going to bring in some warmer temperatures as well. This is what we're expecting for snowfall. The jackpot's up north, 6 to 10 inches from Presque Isle to Rangeley, over the Presidential Range, the White Mountains of New Hampshire, and then 3 to 6 as you get a little bit closer towards Augusta, Lewiston, Sanford. I think you're on that 1 to 3 inch line, and then closer to the coastline, I think you'll see a little snow at the onset. And then as that warmer and milder air works into the system, you'll just see a few wet snowflakes and then just kind of a light accumulation on some of the grassy surfaces. But for the most part, it's an inland storm as it looks right now. And that's what we're sticking with the forecast currently. We do have a small craft advisory that continues through tomorrow morning for the Mariners. Seas will be about 2 to 3 feet tomorrow afternoon. 5 to 10 knots out of the north, and the water temperature, that's key right now, especially with a storm system moving in the area with those winds off the ocean. That's why we're expecting rain along the coastline, because the ocean really isn't that cold. So we're dealing with that snow tomorrow night. It's going to be a cold day tomorrow, so when you head out there tomorrow, it's going to be similar to today. I think it might be just a degree or two cooler than today. And then on Wednesday, we're dealing with that rain-snow mix, and mostly snow over the higher elevations. So I think the ski areas, they have been really chomping at the bit for some snow. Mother Nature is providing. I think we're going to have cold temperatures right through the end of the month. So it's great news for the ski areas. For those of us that are along the coastline, we like the warm weather, right? But we do like to go skiing. So I think, it's best of both worlds.
So this is a pretty good setup then for the mountains.
Absolutely. No complaints with that.
Not at all. All right,
Yeah.
David, thanks so much.
Thank you.